Hi, good morning and welcome back to my Flosstube channel, Sew Stitch Sew Nat. You can find me on Instagram as Sew Stitch Sew. I'll put it up here. Hello, how have you been? It's Friday the 24th of March 2023. It's very cloudy but quite sunny. The sun's sort of round there at the minute and the windows are there. Hence, like, when I've done the video the other way around because of the lighting. Hello and welcome returning subscribers, and hello if you like what you see, like and subscribe to any new people who've come to join me today. I have a few things to show. I don't feel like I've got a lot to show, but I thought I'd just jump on anyway. I have one FFO, which is also a finish. I have a start and finish, and then I have another finish. So progressing nicely with the finishes. But I've also continued with some of the March Madness projects that I started. I have 32 whips currently. I normally like to keep between sort of 25 and 30. The goal was to get below 25 by the end of the year. So we'll see what happens, but I think quite a lot of the new ones are small, so hopefully I'll be able to work my way through that. So the first thing I have to show you is what remains. So here in the UK, last Sunday was Mother's Day, and I was stitching this as part of a Mother's Love sale. So all in tribute to mothers that we've lost, and this is the 20th anniversary of traditional stitches, and I got it when it was still available as a kit from there with fibre art silk, no, fibres to die for silk, and it came with the little fob. You can't see it, but there's a peacock and a button on there as well. And as you can see, there's still quite a lot of silk left. I would say there's probably enough to stitch another one. I did it 1/2 on, I think it's either 35 or 37 weeks dye works in the colour straw, 35 count. So it's just as called for in here, and then the silks were a conversion, but you got like a little list to convert them. But the call for are all the over dyes basically, so classic colour work, gentle arts and weeks, and there is a DMC conversion. I don't know if it's different to the one that actually came out at Nashville later. And apologies, I haven't ironed this yet. I'll iron it when I go to frame it, and I've decided to frame it myself. I just didn't want to let it out of my sight, basically. Quite happy with the FFO, which I'm doing it out of order, but it's fine. Too excited, I think. So yeah, here it is. Like I say, sorry I've not ironed it. Let me just see if I can. So I stitched this in a mixture of hoop, hand and Q-snap. I found the fabric quite floppy, so I don't know if that's new or old weeks, but I'm not tempted to go back at all. I mainly stitch on either fabric flare or Zweigart. But yeah, so that's my personalisation there, and then my initials NM, so that was in memory of my mother, and it's actually the 30th anniversary since we lost her this year, so it felt fitting to finish it on Mother's Day, and I want to get it all framed up by what would have been a birthday in June, so I haven't measured it up yet to get the frame, but really pleased with it. there's a few speciality stitches in it, so satin stitch and Smirnoff stitches. But once you got into things like the border, you had to keep an eye on it because sometimes it would change the number of stitches, and the colourway would change slightly as well. But yeah, really pleased with that. So you'll see it framed at some point soon. And as you can tell, there's lots of border on this fabric as well. I think it's a 3-inch border, and I did have to do a quick zigzag stitch on it because it started fraying quite a lot. So rather than, if you haven't got an overlock, I just do a zigzag stitch around the edge and it'll stop it from fraying. You can see that edge was already overlocked. I couldn't think of the right word then. So yeah, really pleased with that. Next, we'll do the March Madness winner, which has been turned into an FFO, which was the Puntini Puntini Craft Supplies and Other Lies I Tell Myself series. The threads are all the called for, but I did it on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, not the 35 count Cocoa Weeks linen. And I thought about turning it into a project bag. I thought about framing it, flat fold, you name it, and in the end I went for a tote bag. And I've just done a stitch around the edge and then pulled some of the threads. Oops. So I've had it folded up. I only finished this last night in terms of stitching onto here. I have got a little bit of personalisation in there because the T's slightly in the wrong place, which meant this look was slightly off, but I think you can't tell. So I've left it as is. Sorry, I'm wafting it around. There's a tiny amount of back stitching on there. It's quite delicate stitching for the needles over here. Lots of black. Actually, the black is not called for because I did it in Anchor 403. Yeah, 403. And then just use some upholstery thread that's almost identical in colour to stitch it on. So yeah, really pleased with that. Didn't want to make the whole tote bag, but I had actually pulled out some fabric to make a project bag, but like I say, just decided to make the tote bag instead, which was these two fabrics, and they are the Craft Cotton Company. I think they're both in the same line. Birds and Bobbins by Debbie Shaw. Absolutely love that fabric. I've seen a few things made out of it now. I do have a project bag made out of it already. It's a bigger one. I can't remember if I've shown it on here or not. I haven't got it with me today. It wasn't my best work, but it's usable. So I won't be selling anything anytime soon, just for me. So I've done notes. Oh yeah, the Saf. I knew there was something I was missing. I'm jumbling everything up, which is in my hand. I don't know. So I saw this on Tony Sarah's channel. She stitched it, which is the freebie from Modern Folk Embroidery. I was initially going to stitch the whole thing and change my mind. I'm just going to make it like a little cushion and I finally found a use for this fabric fair I'd got as part of the Fabric of the Month Club from Lakeside. Sorry, Needlecrafts here in the UK. And it's called Carnation, and it's 32 count even weave. And then I just used, I bought this a while ago, Overdye from Stitchy Ferret, which was still on Etsy. I can't remember the name of the colourway, unfortunately. Whoops! As I drop it on the floor. So I just decided to stitch the I Love Mom. I'm not sure if you can tell, there is a flower just above it. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to finish it yet. In terms of, do I leave the flower on or not? Or do I stitch a little bit more on it? But this is a 50 by 45 piece of fabric. So I've still got plenty to go at. And I've also got it in a 36 count. So yeah, happy with that. So that will be a finish at some point. So in terms of the FFO challenge, I've done the craft supplies finish, and then I have a professionally framed finish which I can't show you right now. I will record today and put it in my next video, and simply because it's getting gifted tomorrow, so if I manage to get this up tomorrow, or tonight or tomorrow, then I don't want to spoil it. So I'll put it up afterwards. So this is Future Natalie. Future Natalie recorded well, not everything, not the whole bit. Got to the whole bit and then realised I didn't show something. So I wanted to bring back stitches from the past. So I've picked one out today. It's another one of my great aunts that used to hang up. And it's this beautiful basket of flowers. And I think it was from one of the magazines. Either not just Cross Stitch, Cross Stitcher or World of Cross Stitching. And it's been professionally framed, and I have actually realised that there's something underneath the frame there, and then a tiny mark somewhere up here. But it's still a beautiful piece of stitching, and all the crosses go in the same direction. Thanks. I think this is about 20 plus years old, so it's around similar sort of age. I think I went through a period of doing something, at least one gift a year for her. I think I've got four of them back when she passed, but yeah. And it looks amazing in camera actually. Can't remember if it was done in, it might have been done in Anchor back then as well, rather than DMC. Because Anchor used to be really a lot more easier to get hold of in the UK. Or at least it was at where I live. So yeah, I've still got a fair bit of Anchor stashed away, which I keep trying to get to, and then going for the call for DMC or using Overdyed, which there's nothing wrong with. So I will resume back to previous Natalie and go and do my haul section. Right, so whips then. Most of them are from the March Madness. So in here I have the Can Do Attitude. Now this didn't make the first round. Yeah, it went against the Seagulls. And although the colours look like they were going to work, so I've got a hanging thread or stitching on this morning, it didn't quite, so I'm having to do some back stitch, which is fine, but it makes it pop then. So I chose, these are all classic colourworks. I hadn't chosen a red when I showed you last. Oops. So it is grape pie, which I've used almost a skein of. Auntie Marie's violet and blooming crocus, and then Cupid, whoops, just for the red heart. And then I have done this on a 32 count even weave from Lakeside Needlecrafts again. It's Fabric of the Month Club, and this is in Pastel Rainbow. So like I say, it's not quite finished yet. I'm trying to work out if that's showing more brightly, that it's how it's showing in the camera. I can't quite figure it out. But yeah, I'm going to go around the 2023 bit, and I think I might go around the, see, the eye wool and eye can is showing up better on the camera than it is in person. Might go around that. I'll see how the 2023 looks before I decide, I think. And then I haven't decided on a finish yet. Thinking maybe a flat fold. Don't know what fabric I've got. I've got lots of fabric, but when I've got something to get that'll go with it. Oops. So that's nearly a finish. And then also worked on this morning. It's about 10:15, something like that here. Not sure if I just flashed a chart though. It's from Readly magazine, and it's just cross stitch Halloween edition 2022, and it was the 9 lives. And it says, really, this is like the 9th time. Designed by Barbie Lux, sorry if I'm butchering that, Twisted Willow Designs. But I really liked that when I saw it. I stitched it in the cord for, apart from the back, I've used anchor again. So that's where this is up to. So I've got to put his eyes in and do all the back stitch, and then I am done. And I'm thinking flat fold for this. And that's just on a piece of 14 count white Aza, and I've just been stitching that in hand. So the cat actually is done in 3 strands, whereas the border outline and the Reaper is in 2 strands. So next I've got the seagulls. So this went to the 2nd round, but then was up against craft supplies and that went through. So I'm just doing part of this pattern, which is this, copying everything, Saltwater Scrapbook by Lindy Stitches, part 2. Just love the seagulls. Finding Nemo I've got to answer for. And I'm doing this on a, I think it's a 32 count Murano. Yeah, 32 count Murano. I can't remember the colourway, I'll have to look it up, but that's the sticker on the back. So I think it's actually on a grey, the original, but I decided to do it on a blue. So that's where I got up to. Sorry, it's been a bit crumpled in the bag. a mixture of in-hand and hoop on this one as well. Lots of white to go on this. I think I could do with just blanket stitching the edge as well on it. So that will be finished at some point. I think into a cushion or pillow. What's the difference? Size? Don't know. So that is that one. And then Halloween night that went through, went head to head with Craft Supply, so I didn't undo zip on that one. I think I'm nearly at the point of doing the beads on this. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. I have actually realised there is a problem as well. So this hat here needs to come out. It's one stitch too low, which I only realised when I started putting the rest of the cape in. Cape, costume. Oops. Feel silly. Oh yeah, because I've got that up here to do as well, fill in the moon. But a lot of it's just beadwork that's left now. So that's another kit that you can get, which will bring me around to plans when we get there. Right, in terms of whips, that's it. In terms of plans, I'd like to get 9 lives finished and Can Do Attitude. It takes me down to 30 whips. Might start something small this weekend, not sure. That might be a SAF, not sure. Next time. And then I'd like to get back to the sampler book and finish letter D. I think it's D or E. E, no, it's the elephants. Like to finish that off. And then in terms of plans, I haven't really got any more solid plans until 10th of April when I'm starting the Get Your Kit On sale with Sew Me Sarah. So basically, if you've got a kit, stitch on it. And I have a few, I think I showed them last time, that are whips that do need some love. So yeah, Shiwi, stitch what you want when you want, basically. Chatelaine needs some love. There's quite a few things that need some love. I just haven't sort of, I think, so focused on March Madness and then thinking about Get Your Kit On sale that's coming up, and then obviously a couple of the finishes that are done. I've not sort of focused on what's next really. If you want to stick around for haul, you are welcome. If not, thank you, and I will see you next time. Right, haul. Because you would have realised I've just gone back to the earlier in the video. It's a mess today, even though with notes I didn't put the stitch from the past in. So when I bought the bag for the craft supplies, it was a pack of 2, and these were just on Amazon. If I can, I'll try and put the link below. I can't remember how much they were for 2. Got a couple of ideas I might put on there, but nothing solid yet. We took a trip to Dun Elm while my youngest was on teacher strike. So I picked up this frame, which I might be taking the mount board out of. The other potential frame for the finish that I haven't, on a project that I haven't started yet, which would be part of plans, but I obviously blanked on that just now. this is the other one. I think the stitch finish is 20, no, it can't be 25 centimetres by 25. Yeah, it's the size of the frame, isn't it? I've had 2 cups of coffee. I should be awake, but yeah. The stitch itself I think is 25 by 25, so I just need to decide on a 14 or 28 count. So I just need to decide which frame, but I'll probably decide once I'm finished stitching on it, on the thing that I haven't started yet. So you'll see that next time. I also got just a canvas cushion, so I could potentially do the same sort of finish that I did on the bag, and this is just from Dunelm as well. It's a 43 by 43 centimetre one. So yeah, that'll be finishing supply. And then I went a little, oops, went all blurry there. I went a little bit off the rails this one. Whoops. So yeah, Stitch from Stash is negative at the minute, so I definitely need to get some finishes under my belt on top of what I've done. So Cannylittlefox, I keep missing out on the home case. I've got 2 travel cases from her, which I love. I really wanted a home case, and I saw last night she put some more on. I was like, can't buy another one because I've just bought one. Sorry if you can hear the crinkle. And here it is. So this is up on her Etsy shop. It's last weekend or the weekend before. Really fast shipping, excellent service. Love this. It's quite stiff as well, which is what you want, but padded as well. So you've got a zip pocket with the glitter vinyl, another pocket behind here. So this is like twice the size of the travel case. Tuck pocket here, another pocket here, place to put your scissors, another pocket, which is vinyl fronted again, threadbed needle, and then you've got like another pocket here. Well, not pocket, I think it's just to, if you attach your threads either, so you've got like not D-ring, O-ring, and then another clip here. You could put like all your threads tucked inside. So yeah, so poppies, bees and rabbits. And it's A4 sized. So yeah, oops, A4 sheet here. Which is probably going to house this project, actually thinking about it, it's not quite planned, but it's definitely up there. So like I say, I want to get a couple of little finishes under my belt and then want to start something new. So the frames are for somebody that's having a baby, so it's a gift. I'm not pressured on time just yet, but I think I'd like to get it started. And then the mystery stitch along is this sewing stitch along by Little Dove Designs. I did the PDF, not the kit. I think the sign-ups close tomorrow. So I think it's the 1st of April it closes on. Well, it closes tonight, so hopefully I can get this video edited quickly. So I just did the PDF stitch along, and then it won't be released in full until the end of the sew along. So that'll be after the 1st of August. It's the last reveal. It's really clear instructions, nice colour chart. If I can find a picture of what the first part looks like, I'll put it here. Second part doesn't get released until the 1st of April, and then it's just all called for DMC. I haven't picked the fabric yet, but it's just kind of on a like brown natural colour. They chose Zweigart parchment, but I'll either use a natural or taupe or country vintage mocha again, because I've got too much. I bought an absolute huge piece for the chatelaine, and because it was square, it went just over that 50 centimetres, so I ended up having like a metre. Is it a metre by a metre? No, I think it's slightly more than that, either way. So yeah, it's a massive piece. I keep taking chunks out of it. Then, in order to stitch the gift, I was talking to my husband about it, and I was like, oh, do you think I should do it on this or this? He's like, have you got anything sparkly? I'm like, oh, no, I don't think I have. Lies. Sorry. I've been trying to sort out my fabric stash, which I started doing after I placed this order and realised I already had some of what I wanted. So I ordered, when Lakeside were doing their 15% off Zweigart the other weekend, I ordered, not sure if the glitter in this will show up, but so this one is the 32 count Belfast Snow, and that's the 28 count, and then in between is the Silver Moon 32 count. I've never stitched on the Silver Moon, so I had no expectations. It's actually showing more grayer in the camera than it actually is. Take that out. Chuck it on the floor, because why wouldn't you? They are actually the same colour, but I think one's showing dark for some reason. But yeah, one's a 28 and one's a 32. I haven't decided what I'm going to use yet. It might be the 28 count. I'll just pick Silver Moon back up. And they're showing a bit better now. I got that because I wanted to get the free delivery and I wanted to try it because I keep seeing it. And then I just got a couple of threads, endive to make up for all the endive I used on Flosstube, Cross Stitch Nation, sorry, and then just a DMC for the one I want to start. So very good enough threads. I didn't order tons of threads. I saw this on Danielle Cardiff Stitcher's channel. She had a project bag made out of it, so I asked for the details and just bought a fat quarter of that, which is on Etsy. I've got some other sunflower fabric, which I've not used. Well, no, I did use it for one finish. Next is my Fabric of the Month Club from Lakeside Needlecrafts again. Sorry, you hear me mention them a lot. I've got the Fabric of the Month Club and the Thread Club. So I've got a 32 count and a 36 count, and this time it's called Arctic Sky. I'm not sure how it's going to show up, so I don't know, you are getting it. So that's the 36 and then the 32. So it's like a bluey sky with like creamy yellow flecks in it, and then some darker spots of blue. Now it's getting blown out. You can see a bit on that one. This is the 32 count, which I seem to find in the club, the 32 seems to be taking the colour more, so it's like more vivid. I don't know if that's the same with hand dyes as well, but this is a printed fabric, so it's white on the back. And then the classic Colourworks threads came in. Just realised I missed something when I was talking about them now. Let's get these out. It looks very close to endive there, called Peapod. So yeah, up to the peas now. I'm loving being in the Classic Colourworks Club. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of threads now. I need to get some more of that grape pie because I think I've more or less used all of it up. So I'll add that to the list. So what I forgot to show you was my little rabbit that I picked up. It's actually a dinner plate. But I thought it would be cute to, while Cyrus naps, I've left it downstairs, did a freebie with the 3 bunny rabbits. I thought it might be cute to finish it in there. Maybe put some pink felt in there. Don't normally decorate for Easter at all, or any of the seasons apart from Christmas. But yeah, getting drawn in, and I'm liking seeing my stitching on display actually as well. So I've been trying to sort out my craft space, which is part of my bedroom basically. So I've put a few things up, like the command strips that you get, so no nails. So I've been putting a few bits up there, and like I say, trying to sort out my fabric stash. And I kind of deviated off that story, didn't I? Yeah, I already had 2 lots of 32 count Belfast now. Check your stash. It's all I've got to say. So yeah, I'm tempted to use 32 count just to use some of it, but I might use 28 instead. And I also got some just to label the fabric. I didn't show you last time, I picked up one of those like tag guns, fairly cheap off Amazon. And the other thing I picked up was just a batch of these, which is like the mascara ones, just to put in my projects. So I do have to frog. I can pull the fibres out a bit more. I was using a toothbrush, but it wasn't really, it was helping, but it wasn't getting the job done. Whereas I did a little bit of frogging on craft supplies, a little bit of black, and it seemed to do the job. So that's it in terms of haul. Yeah, so I have to say that I've got no plans. I've got the rabbit. I've got the gift that I want to stitch, and the stitch along. I have got plans, haven't I? Yeah. Oh, I just thought of something else I meant to do. I'm not doing very well today. I wanted to give so you would have seen me go back. This video is going to be choppy, sorry. Oh. So this is Future Natalie. Future Natalie appears twice in this video, now and very shortly. In fact, we might be back to back here. I wanted to give a shout out to Stitchy Sally. I went back and watched all your videos, Sally, sorry. I know I commented on your latest one. But yeah, beautiful stitching, loves all the Blackbirds, which I've stitched one Blackbird, to what remains. I've got another one on the go, which is Strawberry Fields. I'm trying to remember if I've stitched something else. I don't think I have, but I do like them, and I've got a few projects that I want to do, which is the rest of the Beatles series and the button box top, which is in the sewing book, and then I think I've got another couple of books that I'd like to do as well, well, at least one pattern out of them. So yeah, love the channel, and we'll definitely keep watching. She's another UK stitcher. I think she's just gone over the 1,000 subs as well. So yeah, I will return you to either past Natalie that I've done already. Right, so if you managed to make it to the end, you'd have known I've gone twice back into the video to do my stitch from the past and to give a shout out. That's just how we roll today. I'm not re-recording, so this video is going to take a little bit of editing, but not too many things to screenshot in. I have been thinking about the sound on these recordings, whether, I mean, at the minute you're getting recorded on a video camera, just with the onboard microphone. So it's whether I get a microphone that attaches to that or try and use a different device, i.e. I've got an iPhone and an iPad. Don't know if they are better or worse in terms of video quality. So I need to I play around really, but unfortunately today is not the day for that. I just want to get the filming done. If you've got any tips, please let me know. It's a Panasonic, I think, camcorder. Thank you if you've managed to stick around this long. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. I'm going to say bye for now, but you'll see an insert of me in the next video while I talk about my finish that's getting gifted tomorrow. Bye for now.